Hi and welcome to Swedish Plantguys. Plant of the month, the CC plant, or Zamioculcas Zamiifolia, one of the strongest and easiest to care for plants that you can have in your home. This is also one of the most commonly used for indoor landscaping because you can place it anywhere. As we usually say, it's good to know where it originates from, because if you get problems, you can know how to care for it the right way. Now, I said before that it is extremely strong, so you will probably not have problems, but it is from the eastern parts of Africa, from Kenya down to South Africa. Now, it grows on grasslands and in the forests, and it is a type of a succulent. It actually stores water inside of the tubers down in the roots, but also inside the stems here. So it doesn't need that much water. When you purchase a CC plant, know that it comes in different sizes. You could get one that is quite small. You can even get smaller than this one, but you can also get them huge. But either way, which one you ever buy, know that it will over time become quite large, meaning that it will take up quite a lot of space in your home. This will not be able to sit in your windowsill over year and year and year because it will become quite large. Now, we say that you can place this almost anywhere in your home, and that's true. However, it actually wants quite a lot of light. As much indirect sunlight as you can give it, because direct sunlight is actually stressful for the CC plant. However, if it gets a lot of light, it will grow quicker. So if you know that you have your CC plant somewhere where it doesn't get that much light, it will probably survive, but it won't grow that fast. So if you want to trigger it to grow more, place it somewhere where it gets more light. When it's time to repot your CC plant, and that is not often. Usually on this channel we recommend you to repot your indoor plants somewhere around every 2 or 3 years. That doesn't apply for the CC plant because it actually loves to be placed in a pot and have the roots root bound. Now, what does that mean? It actually means that it likes to have more roots in the pot than soil. The reason for that is that if it is placed in a large pot with a lot of soil, that soil will be moist or wet for long periods of time, meaning that it won't dry up that quickly. And if you have the soil moist for a long period of time, that will damage the roots. And this is the most common way to kill your CC plant or get problems, is that if the soil is moist for a long period of time, the roots can get root rot. So make sure that you have a pot that is quite small. And when you see that the pot is just bulging, or even we've had some instances where it just cracks the pot. When it cracks the pot, you know, okay, it's time to repot it. But when you do, you only repot in one size larger than you had before. Then you wait until it cracks that pot as well. Now, as we said before, it's extremely easy to care for this plant, but the most common mistake that people do is that they give it too much water. You will know that you've given it too much water when you see some yellow leaves on the plant. Usually it's the leaves furthest down on one stem that starts to turn yellow, but it can also be an entire stem like this that starts to become yellow. Then you just stop watering it. And I mean for a long period of time. You want to make sure that the soil is completely dry before you water it again. If you've had a lot of problems with pests in your home, know that the CC plant is a perfect plant for you to buy because it very rarely gets any type of pests. We have seen sometimes mealybugs walking on the leaves of the CC plant. However, we've never seen them actually bite into or attach themselves like they do to a lot of other plants. We've only seen them walking around on the leaves. We've also seen and heard that some people could get problems with thrips as well on the CC plant. Now the reason is actually because this plant has a very high concentration of something called calcium oxalate. That is a form of salt, and that salt has a crystallized form that it is extremely sharp. So if you were to ingest some part of this plant, it could get a swelling of the throat. You can even get problems with your stomach. So this is not a plant that you want to have within reach, for example, for children or pets. So to be specific here, it's not a problem when you're touching the CC plant. This won't harm you if you're not allergic to some form of plants. However, it is extremely dangerous to consume or get this plant inside of your body. Now, a fun fact about this plant is that it actually does flower. Now, it's not a flower that you will notice because it's not, at least I don't think it's that beautiful. However, it does flower. I know that some people say that when the CC plant flowers, it's a sign of stress, that it's actually not feeling that well. However, it is our experience that when the CC plant flowers, it's not a problem. You don't have to cut that flower away. You don't have to do anything special. Just keep on doing what you're doing and your plant will be fine. Now, the last thing about our plant of the month, the CC plant, is if you get these black spots on the stems, not on the leaves, but on the stems here. And when you touch those spots, you can see that you can't even feel those spots. You can just see them. Nothing else, you can just see them. It's our experience that this is not a problem. It's fully natural. If you search the web for this, you can actually find some people saying that it's an indication of too much water for your plant, but that's not our experience. Now, if you want to know more about the CC plant, we have a video where we give you 50 tips on this plant, meaning we're giving you everything worth knowing. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps the channel a lot. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do. Hit the bell as well so you get a notification every time we put up something new. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram, where you can get sneak previews on upcoming videos and sometimes a little bit more. Now until next time, hej då!